Guys, so we got the fans on the radiator. Actually, man, it looks so clean. I'm so happy with how it looks. So we have the fans here. They're gonna be blowing through the radiator. This is the top of the case, so it's gonna be blowing out the top. And then we're just gonna be mounting it right onto this bad boy. Everything lines up perfect. All the screws went in super easy into the radiator. I was worried sometimes some of the screws could kind of be a little janky, but it was super easy to do. And just for reference, we're using these small screws to mount the radiator to the case, and then we use the long screws that come in that kit to go through the fan into the radiator, to mount those fans to the radiator. I'm not sure if I showed, let me grab the box, the fan kit. I did an unboxing of it, but I don't know if I showed you guys. This is the fan kit. The UUHH Elite Capellix, and it comes with all the fans and everything, as you can see here. Everything you need to mount it. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna mount that radiator to the case, and then we'll come back to when we mount the fans on the front. Okay, so that sucker shouldn't go anywhere. It's got 8 screws holding on.
And then the next thing is to put that guy.
Do we want to put that on, or do we want to put the next set of fans in? I guess we put him on, so he's out of the way, right?
I think so. That
So
way.
he's gonna have to go like that. Man, it actually might not reach, guys.
You can scoot the fan that way if you need to.
Yeah, I'm gonna need to, because that's gonna be pretty tight. Oh, never mind, these pumps can slide.
Probably. Okay.
I didn't know they could slide. Or whatever. Okay. Alright guys, so we decided to put the pump onto the CPU next, and then we'll do the 3 fans in the front. Now this particular setup comes with the Intel brackets pre-installed, so we need to pull these off. They just slide off just like that. Let me slide the other one off very gently.
And that one came with thermal paste on it?
Yeah, you can see the thermal paste right there. It's pre-applied. And then we're going to put our AM4 socket guys right on here, and they should just slide on just like the other one was on. Just like that. And just like that. So we should be on there. Make sure it's nice and tight. Feels like it is. And now, the moment of truth. We're gonna put this bad boy in there and hope that it works. So, got him on there, and then this guy is gonna go down. Okay, we ran into an issue. I can't go this way because this wire here is blocking my screw.
If I pull up on it.
You don't think it's gonna rub on that guy?
No.
Okay, I think we're on. Okay, well, we're down. So,
This guy isn't hooked on.
I'm gonna grab the camera. Yeah, we shouldn't have put these on first, I think.
Okay, I'm on. You on, Chris?
Okay, now I'm on. Now I'm on, so now we just screw this bad boy down, I guess. I guess. I think we're totally on there. Hopefully we didn't screw up the thermal paste. The good thing is this is super easy to get to, so if we did, or if I did, then I can just redo it.
And that's just snug.
Yeah, sure. I have no idea.
Yeah, I mean,
You're asking me like I
it's
know.
not like super tight, because then you're gonna squish all that stuff totally out.
Yeah, I mean that's about. I don't know. You can feel it. That's about snug. You can feel the other one.
Yeah, I think you're good.
It's interesting that there's only 2 points of contact. Unlike the Intel, it's 4 points of contact. You know?
Yeah, but I mean, all it's doing is pulling heat. So it's not like it's sealing a water connection.
It feels solid. I don't feel any movement, so I guess we're good there. I mean, we'll know if we start it up and the temperatures start going nuts, then we didn't do it right. But it was pretty easy.
It looks good.
Yeah, it looks good. We ended up putting the pump oriented like this because the other ways these tubes were resting on the RAM, which I don't want that rubbing or heating up and cutting those tubes. Now these hopefully are going in the direction that we want these to go. But we're gonna have to figure out where these two guys go. I know one, I'm gonna assume this guy's like a temperature sensor, and this guy is probably the power. And I think he actually goes right there. I think that's the pump guy, but I'm not positive. I don't know. But we'll figure it out, and we'll be right back.
Installing those fans, the big screws.
Yeah, I'm putting the 3 front intake fans in right now. I believe I have it oriented correctly so the airflow is going in to the case.
I don't know if I'd tighten them down until you know.
You're right.
Which way?
Mistakes
You have enough room?
were made.
Left to right.
I guess there's really no room. I can move it.
Oh, you know what? You're right.
I'm
You can't.
tapped out.
You're absolutely.
There's no wiggle room there.
Sorry, you're absolutely right. Okay.
It's either we're a go Houston or we Houston we have a problem.
And we will find out on this next fan if there's an issue. I think I want him going that way, so he goes into that hole. And we put them in the hole. The wires are in the back hole.
Good.
Okay, so it made it up. Oh, yeah.
It looks perfect.
Okay. And are these going to have colors?
Yep.
And what colors?
I believe every color of the rainbow, and it has different color modes. Basically, like fancy Christmas lights.
Oh,
it has
okay.
like you can do like the wave, and you can customize and have like half of it one color and then half another color.
Okay.
But I have not ever tested it out, so I couldn't say for sure.
So we will check that out when it gets some electricity. All right.
Granted, it's gonna be white screws, but I kind of like the black.
It's covered with that one material. It's looking good. Yeah, the mesh is going to cover it.
Alright guys, so just an update. We got the front fans in. We put the case sitting straight up. So we got the 3 front fans for the intake in there. And then we have our radiator in with our exhaust fans up there. Got our pump on. Motherboard in there, RAM, everything in there. So now, I think the next step is figuring out what the heck we're gonna do back here. We don't even have the power supply in yet, and that's gonna add a whole bunch more cables, dude. So, yeah, we're probably gonna unwind all these. I don't know what to plug in first. Probably whatever stuff goes on the motherboard. We're gonna have to figure out where all that plugs in, and then work our way from that, because I think the fans will be the easiest thing. Just figuring out.
You're gonna have to find a place to put that fan controller too.
Yeah, I was just gonna put it right here.
Oh, okay.
It came with sticky pads.
Oh.
I can just stick it on there.
Gotcha.
I don't think it'll interfere with anything. I mean, there's a fan controller right here that's built into the case, so I think it should be fine just putting it there. And then I'm just gonna have the one single fan that's over here that we left in there for our 7th fan. Is just gonna stay on that one hub, unless I end up just plugging it straight into the motherboard. I don't know. But yeah, we're gonna try and look at some manuals and figure out where some of these cables go, and then we'll be right back.
So I'd say wiring like by far was the toughest part.
Oh man,
by a long shot.
The wiring, yeah. It makes me very concerned seeing all these cables in there, but I don't know what else we would need to plug in. I think this is for if you're a good quadrillionaire and you bought 3 drives to go here, and I have to figure out which one of these goes to the graphics card. I don't know. But besides that,
The important thing is that this side looks super cool.
yeah, this will all be hidden. Nobody will see any of this.
Yeah.
You'll see that turned out so good.
Yeah.
It looks so clean. Wow. Alright guys, so here's the update. The wiring. Honestly, it was pretty overwhelming, but I think we did a pretty decent job. And I think we have everything connected. This is the fan hub that came with the radiator, Corsair radiator box. So we have all 6 of our fans plugged in at the top, and those control the fan RPMs, and then all 6 RGB connections for all the fans on the bottom. So they're all on one unit, which is nice. And then we have our one singled out fan hooked into this fan hub that came with the case. And we got the graphics card from the old guy there. Pulled him out, and we're gonna see if we can slot him in. But look at how nice the front turned out. I know it's a little dark because it's been like 15 hours we've been working on this thing, but I think it's, man, it turned out nice. Hopefully we have everything plugged in correctly. I don't know if we do. It's a bummer that the cables that come from these ports up here are, you know, have all the multicolor. But there's nothing you can do to help with that. So we're gonna go ahead and slot the graphics card in, and hopefully this thing works. Ventilation and the second slot is all the plugs. Don't know what's going on there. Should I take the top one out?
I don't think so. I think you're good.
I'm good. Good, I'm not pushing.
It clicked.
Okay. So
It's lined up with a bolt, so that's good. All right, so it's in. Well, now the wire.
And now I'm gonna figure out the wire, but got the graphics card.
Yeah. We are now wiring up power supply.
Yeah, we think we have everything plugged in, so we're plugging everything into the power supply in hopes that everything is plugged in, and in hopes and praying that this machine will come to life in a couple minutes. If everything goes according to plan, then when we hit the power button, it will come to life. Otherwise, it will go to sleep until tomorrow.
We will, yeah.
Yep.
We'll just we'll take a break.
We'll let it happen.
We had to do a lot of reading, a lot of looking at the schematics, because there's a lot of places that you can put stuff in, and then when you're like over here for the power supply, all these pins, and then you can see all these other pins, places to put stuff.
Yeah, it just makes you uneasy when you see empty slots.
Yeah, we have a lot of empties, so we'll see what
But
happens.
we think it's because we have this fan control unit, which eliminated 12, and then we have another one which eliminated 13. Total 13 fan RGB things from existing. So
Okay, I'll go with that.
that's our official excuse to corporate.
Yep.
This is our last plug.
All right, and then we'll
It's
put
from
her in
the
there.
motherboard.
Okay.
We've enjoyed it. We've had a
Yes.
great time. It's a great learning experience. I think everybody and anybody should try this.
Yes.
It's just read the directions, because the wiring is the tricky part. Other than that, it was pretty straightforward.
Yeah. I mean, you can see from the front, there's not much to it on the front side.
We have never done anything like this in our past. We have never even done electronics, taken apart electronics or nothing like that. We did research
Are we going
and then
Stand by.
I'm gonna hit the power here.
go ahead.
We're gonna see what happens. If there's sparks, then it's gonna be a long day tomorrow. Okay,
We got a green light.
so there's a green light.
Is your monitor on?
Well, the motherboard has power, so that's good. Let's see if this comes on. Yeah, that's on. All right, I'm gonna hit the power button.
Oh, I thought it was on. Okay.
All right, let's hope this works.
Oh, the fan's turned on. Oh, that is.
Oh wow!
Okay.
Okay.
Cool.
Lights are on. It came on, the fans are spinning. Let's see if it posts. We want an image to come up here. So far, okay, we might be good. Choose an operating system to start, or press tab to select a tool. To specify an advanced option. Okay, so here's the most important thing, is we got an image and all the lights are working, all the fans are going. You can see the top fans if you come down and look. The pump's going, the lights, everything is working. So that is huge in itself. So now, oh, it did its own thing, I guess.
It picked Windows 64 byte.
Okay, that's what we wanted.
Okay, good.
Okay, I'm gonna stop.
Okay, so all in all, it was a success. Now we're
Look
gonna.
how quiet it is too.
Yeah, you can't hear anything. I can feel the air coming out. We're gonna install Windows, and then we'll do a whole spiel on our experience building this beautiful 5950X insane machine here. Alright guys, so we are now officially on our new Ryzen 5950X beast of a computer. As you can see, we got Windows installed. We finished the build about 2 days ago, but I wanted to do just a little bit of a follow-up and give you guys my thoughts on the whole thing. But I just want to show you guys that if we go over here, you can see that we have 16 cores, 32 threads, and our memory is 31.9. It's 32 gigs, but it has that little room that it needs to know how to function. And we're at 3200 megahertz, so everything worked. And of course our graphics card, our good old faithful 1080 Ti with the hole that we had to drill out of it when we tried to disassemble it to do the thermal paste and stuff. Yeah, is now shining to the world until we can secure top of the line graphics card, because they're all, well, you guys know the whole market's destroyed. But yeah, everything works, everything functions great. It's definitely a huge change going from a 4-core 7700K processor all the way up to a 16-core insane beast of a CPU. And I'm very excited to see the change in performance when I put hopefully a 6800 XT in there and get that extra performance, because right now my graphics card's going, bro, I am tired. It's time for me to retire, bruh. But yeah, everything's working fine. The computer's super fast, does everything perfect. And this is the software that came with my cooler that controls all the fans and all the RGB for the fans that was on the back of the case. And if we go ahead and click over here, you can customize all the different RGBs on, you would only have 3 fans here if you just use the fans from the radiator, but I bought 3 more fans in a separate package to throw in there. And you can customize the RGBs on the pump, and you can do all kinds of stuff. I mean, this is all new to me, so I'm still learning. But basically my 3 fans, I put them in order. So fan 1, 2, and 3 are for the radiator, and fan 4, 5, and 6 are for the front of the case. And then we have our pump and then our coolant temperatures here. And I have fan 1, 2, and 3 just going off of the temperature of the coolant. And then 4, 5, 6 I have linked to, you can see I have it on custom 1, and it's linked to the temperature of my graphics card. So if the temperature in the graphics card starts spiking, then the front fans are basically responsible for getting enough cool air pumped in straight onto the graphics card so that it can cool itself down. And it's worked out very nicely. I mean, in my Aurora R6 case, at max load, my graphics card was hitting like 82 degrees Celsius. Now, at max load with my 1080 Ti, I'm only hitting 66, which is crazy. So yeah, the Alienware case was like a teeny little furnace. Granted, we also took the card apart, I cleaned it out for the first time in 4 or 5 years, and redid the thermal paste, so that probably helped as well. But yeah, you can do all kinds of stuff in here. I'm still learning, so overall I'm so glad that I picked that cooler, because it came with all this stuff and made hooking up the fans super easy. And as far as the build, I absolutely recommend building your own computer. Not only do you get the satisfaction of knowing that you created and gave birth to this crazy machine, but you also know that the quality is good because you did it with the love and the caring passion that you have for computers. Alright guys, but yeah, I absolutely recommend it 100%. I've bought pre-builts, and yeah, it's fun. It's awesome when you unbox it and throw it in there and you play all your games at max settings or whatever, but it does not compare to the joy that you get and the satisfaction that you get from building the computer yourself. So I highly recommend it. Yes, the wiring is kind of I wouldn't say it's crazy. I mean, if you read the manuals that your motherboard and everything comes with, then you're golden. I mean, I've never done anything like this, and it took us 5 hours to build a computer, which is pretty reasonable. I mean, I had no issues at all. Thing fired up perfectly fine. It's running perfectly fine. I've played all kinds of games. I had no issues whatsoever. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video, and I hope to see you guys on the next one. All right.